Good evening, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Jaypardy, the totally real and original game show not inspired or influenced by any other real-life game shows. Our three contestants this evening do specialize in improving on stage, but let's see how well they can improv here on Jaypardy. All three contestants are members of E-Town College's one and only improv team, Mad Cow Improv. Let's meet our contestants, shall we? Contestant number one, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic. Would you mind introducing yourself for me?
Yes, my name is Vaughn. I'm the president of Mad Cow Improv.
Awesome. And is there anything you would like the audience to know about Mad Cow Improv?
Yes, Mad Cow Improv is performing as a part of TGIS the weekend of April 26th through 28th. We are on April 27th at 8 p.m. in Gibble Auditorium. Family-friendly fun for an hour and 15 minutes. Come on and join us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Evan Vaughn. Moving on to contestant number two. H, how are you this evening?
I am doing so good, Jake Moser.
I know usually you're behind the camera editing, but now you're on camera. Do you think that gives you an advantage here this evening?
Definitely not, because I am so nervous to watch this footage back and put it on YouTube. So I'm going to do my best to maintain calm, but don't expect a lot from me.
All right, well, we cannot wait to see what you have this evening. And last but certainly not least, contestant number three, Judas Foster. How are you this evening?
I'm doing pretty okay, thank you.
Of course, of course. Now, I know you are a little multifaceted, also performing in the theater group here on campus, Sock and Buskin. Do you believe that your extra theater experience gives you any edge over your other contestants this evening?
Only if one of the categories is Broadway. Otherwise, I'm a lost cause.
All right, well, if we have Broadway, you'll find out in just a minute. Let's take a look at the categories for round one of Jaypardy. Leading off, Mad Cow. We have words in Mad Cow, Bad Cow, Had Cow, and finally, Plaid Cow. Evan Vaughn, as the president of Mad Cow Improv, I will let you start this evening. Where would you like to go first?
Words in Mad Cow for 500.
A section of music that brings a piece to its end. All right, the correct answer that we were looking for here is, what is a coda? Big swing and a miss on question number one of the evening. Evan Vaughn once again.
We couldn't keep going. Words in Mad Cow for 400.
Seizures, stroke, and overdose are reasons to medically induce one of these. And Judas Foster.
What is a coma?
A coma is correct. You are on the board with 400, and you now have control of the board. Where would you like to go?
Let's stick in words in Mad Cow for 300.
One of these spans a section of the Colorado River. Judas Foster.
What is a dam?
A dam is correct. You are on a little bit of a roll. Where to now?
Words in Mad Cow 2.
A bird might make this sound. H.
What is a caw?
A caw is correct. You are also on the board. Where would you like to go?
Bad cow for 100.
Steak cooked under this FDA recommended temperature may be dangerous to consume. Evan.
Rare. What is rare? Sorry.
Is incorrect. Looking for what is 145 degrees. H, back to you.
Mad cow for 100.
Mad cow disease affects this organ. Evan.
What is the brain?
The brain is correct. You are on the board. Where would you like to go?
Mad Cow 200.
One theory suggests that mad cow began when a cow ingested remains of this woolen livestock. Judas?
What is a sheep?
A sheep is correct. Back to you.
Words in Mad Cow 100.
Much of this was made about nothing in a Shakespeare play. Judas?
What is a do?
A do is correct. You are on fire to start round one. Where to now?
Let's do Had Cow for 100.
A nursery rhyme suggests that he owns a cow, as well as other animals. Evan.
What is Old MacDonald?
Old MacDonald is correct. We are back to you, sir.
Plaid cow for 100.
Tartan cloth is primarily associated with this country. Judas.
What is Scotland?
Scotland is correct. Where to now?
Let's do Mad Cow 300.
This ancient medical philosopher describes livestock suffering similar symptoms to mad cow disease. All right, the correct answer we were looking for here is who is Hippocrates? Judas Foster, once again.
Mad Cow 400.
The first country to suffer an epidemic of mad cow in the 1980s and 1990s. Evan.
What is Germany?
Germany is incorrect. Looking for what is the United Kingdom. I was hoping that the history major would have gotten that there. That is all right there. Judas Foster, once again.
Let's do Had Cow for 200.
This DC superhero has a bovine sidekick. Judas.
What is Batman?
Batman is correct. Going on a nice little run here in round one. Where to now?
Had Cow for 300.
This sport sees a jockey attempting to maintain a hold on a bull. Judas.
What is the rodeo?
The rodeo is correct. Where would you like to go now?
Had Cow 4.
This old Western profession saw masses of cattle herded from farms to meat packers. Judas.
What are cowboys?
What are cowboys is correct. Where to now?
Had Cow 500.
You have two cows is an allegory poking fun at these systems. Evan.
What is economic theories?
We will accept that. We will accept economic theories. You now have control of the board, sir.
Bad cow 200.
Foot and mouth disease affects this cloven appendage. H.
What are hooves?
What are hooves are correct. You now have control of the board.
Plaid cow 200.
Plaid patterns form this shape. H.
What are squares?
What are squares are correct. We will accept that. You still have control.
300 for plaid cow.
This profession is most associated with plaid patterned clothing. H.
What is a lumberjack?
What is a lumberjack is correct. Felt like a shot in the dark, but it worked out for you. Where to now?
Bad cow 300.
This implement is used to move cattle by delivering painful electric current. Excuse me. Evan.
What is a cattle prod?
A cattle prod is correct. Now your turn, sir.
Bad cow 400.
This French steak dish is served raw. The correct answer we were looking for here is, what is steak tartare, or what is beef tartare? Evan Vaughn, once again.
Mad cow 500.
The only country in Asia to suffer a native mad cow outbreak is a major importer of cow products from America. H.
What is Japan?
What is Japan is correct. Only two categories left. Where would you like to go now?
Bad cow for 500.
This 1906 novel by Upton Sinclair exposed the American meatpacking industry. H.
What is the jungle?
What is the Jungle is correct. Very famous American novel. What category would you like here?
400.
Plaid Cymru is a political party in this country in the United Kingdom. Evan.
What is Wales?
What is Wales is correct. Let's finish off round one with 500. Plaid Speed is a version of hyperspace travel in this satirical sci-fi comedy. Evan.
What is Spaceballs?
What is Spaceballs is correct.
Of course you know the Spaceballs.
I knew it.
Of course, Evan Vaughn knows Spaceballs.
Fun fact, it's Plaid Cymru.
Ah, okay. All right, well, my apologies there. I do
Right.
sincerely apologize. Before we take a quick break, let's take a look at the scores after round one of Jaypardy. In first is Judas Foster with 200 points. Second is H with 1,900, so very, very close game. And Evan Vaughn in third with 1,400. Of course, still anybody's game, especially with round two of Jaypardy. We are going to take a very quick break, and we will be right back with another exciting round of Jaypardy. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Jaypardy. Round 1 was a pretty good round for our contestants, and I know they are feeling just as confident for round 2 this evening. As a quick reminder, let's take another look at the scores. Currently in first is Judas with 2,000 points. Right behind is H with 1,900. And Evan Vaughn only 600 points out of first with 1,400. All right, cows, are we ready to get started with our second round this evening? Okay, let's take a look at the categories. We have Mad Cows, Mad Crown, Sad Clown, Clad Down, and finally, Before and After, a Jaypardy staple. Evan Vaughn, since you are in third place, you get to start us off with round 2.
I'll take Mad Cows for 200.
This 1945 classic saw cows rebelling against their farmers. Judas.
What is Animal House?
That is incorrect. Looking for what is Animal Farm? Close, very close. Evan Vaughn, once again.
Mad Cows for 400.
Otis leads hijinks on a farm in this 2007 Nickelodeon animated series. H.
What is Back at the Barnyard?
Back at the Barnyard is correct. Personally, one of my favorite Nickelodeon TV shows. H, you have control.
Mad Cows 600.
This vehicle chases down Lightning McQueen and Tomater after the pair perform an act analogous to cattle tipping. H.
What is a bulldozer?
That's incorrect. Looking for what is a tractor. All right, once again, H, you are still in control.
Sad Clown for 200.
The ancient Greek muse of tragedy is associated with buskins and this faceware. All right, the correct answer here is what is a mask? What are masks? H, once again.
Clad Down 200.
A euphemism for formal clothing reserved for special occasions like a church service. H.
What is Sunday Best?
Sunday Best is correct. Where would you like to take us now?
I'll do Clad Down 400.
In a trope and turn of phrase, a knight might be clad in this. Judas.
What is Shining Armor?
Shining Armor is correct. You now have control of the board.
Let's do Clad Down 600.
A craze for this animal skin led to mass amounts of mercury poisoning in European nobility. Evan.
What is Beaver?
What is Beaver is correct. You're on the board here, and you now have control of the board.
Clad Down for 800.
This American figure is depicted as being clad in a raccoon skin hat. Judas.
Who is Davy Crockett?
Davy Crockett is correct. Back to you.
Let's do Mad Crown for 200.
Burger King's new slogan, replacing Have It Your Way. H.
What is You Rule?
You Rule is correct. We are now back to you.
Let's do Mad Crown 400.
The leader of this country wears a tiara, last used by Pope Paul VI in 1963. Evan.
What is the Vatican?
We will accept what is the Vatican. All right, it is back to you, sir.
Mad Crown for 600.
Mad King Ludwig was known for building these structures across Germany. Evan.
What are castles?
What are castles is correct. Where to now?
Mad Crown 800.
The moniker given to the 3 most prestigious equestrian races. Judas.
What is the Triple Crown?
What is the Triple Crown is correct. We go back to you.
Let's do Clad Down for 1,000.
The first battle between these types of naval vessel took place during the American Civil War. Evan.
What are ironclads?
What are ironclads is correct. We are back to you.
Mad Crown 1000.
This collection of gemstones is kept under guard in the Tower of London. Evan.
What are the crown jewels?
What are the crown jewels are correct. Only 3 categories left here. Where would you like to go to now?
Before and after for 200.
The TV genre of Seinfeld is an annual convention held in San Diego. Judas.
State Comic-Con.
We will accept that. All right, now your turn once again.
Sorry. Before and after 400.
A Disney Channel sitcom and the silent film star known for The Great Dictator. Judas.
What is Good Luck Charlie Chaplin?
That is correct. Seems like you know your before and afters. Once again.
Before and after 600.
This symbol of international sport competition is an Amazon Prime TV show with $1 billion budget. All right, the correct answer that we were looking for here is, what are the Olympic Rings of Power? Judas Foster, once again.
Before and after 800.
This Israeli holy site is the residence of the Greek pantheon. All right, the correct answer we were looking for here is, what is the Temple Mount Olympus? Judas Foster.
Sad Clown 400.
A sad clown hides its hopeless position using this comic quality. Judas.
What is slapstick?
It's incorrect. Looking for what is humor. Still your turn.
Sad Clown 600.
Sad clown paradox is a phenomenon developed in this area of study. And the correct answer for this one was, what is psychology? Judas Foster, once again.
Sad Clown 800.
Hegelicy is an 1892 story featuring sad clowns using this medium. Judas.
What is the opera?
What is the opera is correct. Only 3 categories left. Where would you like to go to now?
Before and after 1000.
This Boy Scouts knife safety technique is a gemstone sold to support war, usually in Africa. All right, the correct answer here was, what is Circle of Blood Diamonds? As a proud Eagle Scout, I can confirm that the Circle of Blood is an actual technique we use. Judas Foster, once again, only 2 categories left.
Sad Clown 1000.
Sad Clown is a 2022 song from this band. All right, the correct answer here is, what is Panic at the Disco? Judas Foster, 2 questions left.
Mad Cows 800.
This bovine was a companion to Paul Bunyan. And Judas.
Who is blue?
We will not accept that, unfortunately. Looking for who is Babe, the blue ox. So you were close, you were
Tried.
close. Let's finish off 4,000. 2004's Home on the Range sees a herd of cows tracking down a man known for stealing these. All right, and the correct answer here was, what are cattle? All right, after round 2, how are we feeling, contestants?
What is that?
That last one was so obvious. I was like, it's not just cattle, or it's not just cows. There's no way.
Okay.
Sometimes the best things are the simplest.
Yeah.
This is very, very true. Let's take a look at the scores after round 2 of Jaypardy. So in first is Evan Vaughn with 5,000 points. Trailing by 1,000 is Judas Foster with 4,000. And H is in third with 2,100. Now, of course, anything can happen in Final Jaypardy, so who knows? Speaking of Final Jaypardy, let's take a look at the category for this evening. Mad Cow Alumni. All right, we're going to take another quick break, get our contestants set up for Final Jaypardy, and we'll be back to test their knowledge of Mad Cow Alumni. Welcome back to Jaypardy. We have one final category this evening, which of course was Mad Cow alumni. Before we ask the final question of the evening, let's take one last look at the scores. And once again, in first is Evan Vaughn with 5,000. Trailing only behind with 1,000 is Judas, and H is currently in third with 2,100. All right, contestants, cows, are you ready for the final Jaypardy question of the evening?
Yes, sir.
All right, and of course, the final Jaypardy question. This Mad Cow alumnus was a longtime host of Jaypardy. You may write down your guesses, and we will take a look and see who is the reigning champion of Jaypardy. All right, it does look like we have our answers. Are we ready to reveal them? All right, if you all would please turn your boards around. All right, we will start with H, who wrote down, who is Gavin McCabe? Gavin McCabe is indeed correct, and you will get a boost of 2,100 points to your score.
It's pretty cool.
Judas Foster also wrote down, who is Gavin McCabe?
Thank God.
And will get an additional $4,000, doubling their total this evening. And of course, Evan Vaughn also wrote down, who is Gavin McCabe, wagering 3,000 points. Now, I am not a smart man, but I do believe this has a draw this evening between Evan and Judas. I could be incorrect there, but I'm pretty certain there. Let's take a final look at the scores for this evening. We do indeed have a tie between Evan and Judas, both having 8,000 points, and H is currently in second for a moment with 4,200. Now, there is a stipulation clause in the founding documents of Jaypardy. The clause says that if there is a tie between two contestants, the true winner would be determined during a game of rock, paper, scissors. Contestants, do you feel like you can handle a game of rock, paper, scissors?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, if you wouldn't mind walking in front of the podium for me. Now, as a reminder, this is a best 2 out of 3 game. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, when you're ready, you may proceed.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
And I believe that our winner for this evening is Judas Foster.
Good job.
Always.
All right, well, Judas, since you are the winner of this evening, would you like to say anything to your adoring fans, parents, maybe friends on campus, anybody who helped you become the Jaypardy champion this evening?
Keep being you, and good will find you.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful message. Well, contestants, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It has been a true pleasure. This has been truly invigorating. Great to see some of the greats battle it out here on Jaypardy. And that will do it for us here on Jaypardy. As always, a very, very exciting game. And of course, a great one tonight, an all-time great. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Make sure to be on the lookout for a new Jaypardy episode coming soon. Thank you so much for joining us. For our contestants, I'm your host, Jake Moser. Thank you and have a great evening.